From earth to ether, Indian couture is a language of land, legacy, and light. In today's world of fashion, couture is undergoing a renaissance that transcends surface-level splendor and seeks to root itself in story, memory, and meaning. Now more than ever, designers are turning to the environment, mythology, and cultural identity not just as inspiration, but as raw material for their collections. Two such narratives emerged this season in striking parallel: Abhishek Sharma's Trin and ITRH2 see her collections that may appear worlds apart but are spiritually tethered by a shared vision. Here, couture becomes a vessel for storytelling, a kind of wearable folklore. Couture as ritual, environment, and emotion. Couture has always carried the aura of the spectacular, but increasingly, it is returning to its ancestral roots, becoming a ritualistic act, a preservation of craft, and a performance of identity. In this evolving landscape, fashion becomes not only a statement of personal style, but also a mirror to the natural and cultural worlds it springs from. For Abhishek Sharma, fashion is an emotional language that mirrors the raw beauty of our environment. His collection Trin Sanskrit for Grass is a visual ode to India's grasslands and their untamed elegance. Inspired by indigenous materials and textures, Sharma's pieces are built with raffia, banana fiber, matka silk, and even fabric waste, stitching sustainability into storytelling. Presented as a theatrical performance, the show featured animal masked dancers moving to rural soundscapes, grounding high fashion in the earthy rhythms of village life. The garments' power-shouldered jackets, slitted gowns, and draped dresses echoed the silhouettes of wilderness while carrying the refinement of couture. Colors moved from the warmth of sunrise to the deep quiet of night, embodying the passage of time across a day in the fields. Every collection I create is a sensory journey woven with indigenous textures, cultural echoes, and a spirit of transformation. Couture is not just about clothing, it's about crafting immersive experiences that honor our roots while pushing creative boundaries, Sharma explains. His vision expands the definition of luxe not as excess, but as intimacy with material, message, and memory. Couture as mirage and myth, where Trin is grounded in soil and seed, ITRH2 see her floats in the light between day and night, invoking the magic of the golden hour in the desert. Evocative of Middle Eastern opulence and mystique, see her builds its narrative around mirage and Mimaryad's kaftans, sequined power suits, and crystal-drenched robes glowing like heat haze on distant dunes. Shot against arabesque backdrops, the collection unfolds in tones of sapphire, oud maroon, molten copper, and dusty rose. It is couture for the woman who commands silence and spectacle in equal measure. Each silhouette balances modesty with magnetism, playing with opposites: tradition and rebellion, serenity and drama. At ITRH, we believe couture is storytelling in motion, where tradition meets drama and design becomes an expression of mood and memory, says Riddhi Bansal, speaking for the brand. With every piece, we aim to create more than just a garment, we create a feeling. Our collections are rooted in heritage, yet imagined for the person who walks like poetry and wears their power with grace. This interplay of drama and devotion reflects a larger cultural shift toward fashion that evokes rather than impresses, that draws the wearer into a mythic space rather than placing them on a pedestal. A new vocabulary for couture in their own unique ways. Trin and see her offer a radical redefinition of couture, not as a distant, decorative art form, but as a living, breathing cultural document. Whether drawn from the textures of Indian grasslands or the shimmer of desert light, these collections speak to a growing desire for fashion that is meaningful, immersive, and responsible. Swipe left for next video. They show us that couture need not be loud to be powerful. Sometimes, it speaks in the rustle of fiber, the glow of sunset, the shimmer of heritage reimagined. What connects both Sharma and ITRH2 is not simply aesthetic ambition but philosophical alignment, a belief that fashion can be a landscape of its own, and where story, spirit, and sustainability intersect. As couture stretches beyond the confines of luxury to embrace memory, geography, and mythology, it becomes something elemental. These collections do not merely walk the runway, they carry the terrain they were born from, trailing light, legacy, and land in their wake. Latest blogs.